Welcome back to finally another episode, Faltacunlimited. We're going to be building more holsters today. It has been a really weird week weather-wise. We got 18 inches of snow Sunday, and then Monday. And while we're getting the snowstorm, three of my dogs, decided to run off, and we pretty much chased them across the town. Got them all back, all three of them, by the next day. That was fun and nerve-wracking. And then yesterday I walk in the shop and all of a sudden we got 4 inches of snow dumped on us. And then that's when I left the shop at like 11 o'clock, still snowing like crazy. And then I woke up and all the snow was gone, like almost all of the snow. So 2 feet of snow almost gone overnight from 50 degrees and rain. So it has been really weird here in New England. But I got a delivery and I'm getting over the flu. I took like 3 or 4 days off because I just couldn't move. And since I've been back in the shop, I've done a couple dozen orders, so things are moving along. This was just in the past about hour. So luckily, I've done about a dozen, which already got dropped off. And my favorite part of the day, mail came. Let me show you what came. I got a nice little delivery from Palehorse. We got the Shield 4-inch TLR6. Shield TLR6, the Echelon X300, Echelon TLR1, Echelon TLR8, the Glock 34 with Balder Pro R, and the XDM Elite 3.8. Orders for those, so might as well. And my goal is to go 100% vacuum because that's where it's at, where there's no lead time. So if I can convert to all vacuum, there's going to be little to no lead times. So I am almost done September. I'm halfway through October. It sucks, but things just keep pouring in. And like I said, I have been slowly removing some stuff from the website so I can reduce that lead time. And, well, it's working, and I'm working longer. So I am getting a bunch of stuff out, and I appreciate all you guys for the patience. But today, we are going to be building a Echelon with TLR8, like you saw the vacuum form for. And it's going to have a few different attachments on it. So, we're doing this with no hood. It's going to have the Safariland QLS fork, which I never grabbed, with it, and accessories that are coming on it. So, mid-drop with receiver plate, the Safariland paddle with receiver plate, the QLS fork mounted directly on the holster, and then a combat loop as a secondary, well, actually a third mounting option. If they don't want the quick detach system, they can get this. So one holster, many attachments, and let's get to town. This is just going to be the Safariland 3-hole, no hood, in black. So this should be a relatively quick build. Luckily, I just got all these molds in, so it is going to be nice to just rip it out of here. So I will gather my stuff and let's get to building. The Echelon, the TLR8, bada bing. You need you, and in this pile, I see it right there. And there's the multi-molds version. One of the things I like to do with new molds is mount it up. I guess in Universal 1 fits better than Universal 2. Let's get the right rail key on here. Oh yeah, that fits much better. And what I like to do is I like to trace where the back of the firearm is. So I'm going to line it up on here. And the reason for the tracing is for future reference when doing like level 2s and stuff like that. So just right there. And that's what I do, so I know where it all goes. And let's do the same thing on here. And we're only going to add one piece of blocking on here, so we're not going crazy on this build, which is nice. And like I said, with the molds just coming in, These molds really make production a lot faster. So, all right, now let me just grab the order here. It is right-handed. So, my luck, I'd make it left-handed. All right, so right-handed, we know. Let's see here. Let's line this back up. Usually do where the trigger guard is as well. I don't know why I didn't do it there. So, trigger right there. So I know I'm going to want this within that. So pretty much right about there. It looks pretty good. Maybe down just a hair. We'll do that right there. And if you notice, a little bit, so we're going to have to build this up because of the blocking here, because they have this weird design in the frame that bumps it out. And that really sucks when you're a holster maker, but it's incorporated in these, which is that right there. So it is what it is. So let's bump this up a little bit. This is going to be the highest point, which means we're just going to take some small blocking. And make sure that sits flat, which it is. So bam, right there. And we can get something under there if we wanted to. So let's find something to fit. That might be too big. All right, and then I'm also going to need something underneath the front as well. Oh, look at that. That's actually perfect right there. You know what? I'm not even going to worry about that. Or should I? I need a piece of blocking thick enough. Actually, you know what? I think a piece of aluminum might work. Now I need a piece small enough. I had to make new blocking for a build, and I have the small little cutoff. And what do you know? All right. So I'm going to take out some of this blue tape. Knock it on here. Luckily, it's not terribly late right now. It is only 7:30, but also pitch black and 54 degrees inside. There. There. Get that. And what do you know? That's all set. So now I just have to get the black, because all it is black. Right here, which I'm going to have to put in another order soon. Actually, this works out because I'm going to be doing F and X with TLR1 right after this, and that's going to be in black, which means I have a piece right here I could do that with. Bada bing. All right, let's do it. These have been on for a while. It's pretty warm right there, so not too bad. So I'm going to go ahead, throw this in. You notice the little dust and stuff. I'm going to go ahead, blow that off, and put it down there. Hard to do with one hand, so excuse me while I do that. While that's in the press, we'll go ahead and get this ready. Ready to go. Oh yeah. We're gonna need, oh, bada bang. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Pretty. Came out pretty damn good. All right. Now we'll just drill the holes and then cut out the circumference. Cut out where it says Echelon TLR8. Fold it. Cut out the final shape. Sand it. Ship it. And the countersink tool that I use for deburring. This can be found on Holstersmith website itself. Now a quick cut. I'm sure some of you are like, hey, how do you cut those slots in it for the Safari Land so it's adjustable? Well, I normally cut it on my laser. My laser is no longer in my garage for the wintertime because I broke it a few years back because I turned it on and it was too cold and I fried the power supply. So that stays inside. I'm not going to walk all the way inside to cut it. I'm going to show you how I do it with the Dremel. And I mean, you can't mess this up. So let me show you. You're going to grab the blocking that you just had, and when you do this, make sure that the threaded posts you use do not extend or protrude past the blocking. And we're just going to get it started. Do not tighten it all the way. And we'll throw the last one in, the 2 points furthest apart. The length of screw does not matter. Center up the bottom, and then center up the top. Tighten that down. And now you have a perfect path to do this. So let's go try it. We're going to take Dremel here, one of my oldest ones, the Dremel 200, and this is just a carving bit on it. Now let's take that off and bend it. And very important, before you heat up the sight channel, see the crap on there, make sure it's clean. Ooh, can you see that? Oh yeah, there we go. Beautiful thing. Now let's do some tracing so we can get that final cut down. So we know, yada, yada, yada. I'm gonna go here. Gotta make this look good. Now you could come straight down or you can angle it right there. You do whatever you want. It's your holster. I'll probably come up here and then come up and go straight down. I mean, you could go like that if you want. I like angles and straightness. All right, so we'll go from there. Let's see here. Plate stops right there. So we know the plate stops right here. So we have to come at least here. And we'll come right here. And go into that. That looks like it'll be low enough. Then we'll take this out. Line it up. And then go under the trigger guard. There we go. Oh, nope. There we are. Under the trigger guard. And then we'll just connect the lines. Oh. And then extend that all the way down. And there's our outline. We're going to cut to the left of this line and then check it. And then, because we don't want to go too far over and expose a lot of the trigger area. So we'll cut to the left of the line, check it, and then make adjustments from there or leave it. And here we have the hardware all laid out, and now it's just simply putting it together. Now, because this is a brand new mold, I never modified it, which I usually do, but I'm going to go ahead and check how the retention is, and we'll do that by just throwing in our retention first. Actually, you know what? Before I do that part, I'm just going to throw in this one right here. All right. Now we can finish with the retention. And generally with palehorse, it's 1/4 inch post with 1/4 inch rubber, and then these are 0.4375, and once they hit flush on the other end, the retention is usually good. So let's see how this particular one is. Not much, so squeeze that in a little bit. That's pretty good, not too bad. All right. So what I am going to do is modify it on the mold a little bit, and that's pretty easy, but this is pretty good so far. Now on the mold, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut just a little bit deeper right there on each side, and we'll, no biggie. So, but as far as this is, all we got to do is just tighten this down a little bit, and bada bang. So that's pretty good where that sits. So we'll leave that right there. So I'm going to continue with this, but you know what I didn't do? Is I never wiped down. So let's give this a quick cleaning, especially the inside. I'm still gonna blow it out and all that fun stuff. I'm gonna shove that in there to clean it. All right. These are 1/2 inch posts, and these are 0.48, I believe, rubber bushings. And this is the hardware that comes with this. So go ahead, throw that on. If you notice, I didn't put Loctite on them because these need to come off eventually. And plus, these screws have the knurls at the end, which act to not have them loosen up. All right, and there we are for that. So let's throw that in here. Set that aside. Now we need to mount this, but here's the thing. This I got directly from Safariland, and I ordered 3 of them, and they forgot to shave these off. So this is the only one I have left that's not shaved, I think. Yeah, no, there's one more. So I got to go ahead and shave that off, so I'm just going to hit that with the Dremel. And here we are. I hit it with the bandsaw, then I hit it with the Dremel real quick, a flush cutting bit, and it works. So now we just have to mount this. We're going to take these right here. Here we're going to take the short guys, and don't tighten them all the way. Once you get it positioned, then you can tighten it. All right, so there's 1, 2, already comes with it. Now these ones, they are for future reference, so I'm just gonna throw them together. So we'll put these on here, and that's for when he wants to swap out to the combat loop. Oop. And I'm just gonna go ahead. Oop. Not put them too tight, but enough so they don't fall off in transit. Because if you didn't remember, when you have Safariland 3-hole blocking, it fits right there. As you can see, bada bing. So you could swap out to the combat loop. So there we have it. We have a Echelon with TLR8 on a QLS fork. So you can do a mid drop, unlock that, do a paddle. So this is a no drop. Oh. Unlock that. And then pretty much anything that has a receiver plate on it. So anything that has one of these. They do have MOLLE attachments. They do have the thigh rig. So anything that has this on it, this will attach to. You can even mount these somewhere in your car, house, whatever. And then when you want it, undo these three and then just put those in. And you have a totally other attachment. And there is a pretty badass setup. I like it. You know what? I like the mid-drop better. And that's why they call it the QLS, which is the Quick Locking System. If you couldn't tell, I am in love with how this came out. This came out absolutely great. The retention on it is balls on, and of course there is room to adjust it to either loosen it or tighten it. And just the fact that the QLS system has so many attachments is just fantastic. This holster and all this setup is going all the way across the United States. I'm in New Hampshire. This is going to Oregon, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So Ray, I hope you like this stuff. I'm gonna box it up and ship it out and move on to the next build. I got a whole bunch of stuff I'm working on that I need to get out, and I'm really looking forward to just keeping things going. So everything you see here material wise is from Holstersmith and knifekits.com. Huge thank you for them for providing all the material that you see. My Rottweiler is barking. All this stuff is from Safariland directly. I am a wholesaler through them, so I bought everything at wholesale price, which is awesome. And then, of course, the mold is from Palehorse. And if you guys need anything, I do have holster building sections on my website, so you can get the round light widgets. I just did a batch of like 25 or 30 of them. So I have plenty of those in stock for anybody that needs them. And I'm going to move on to the next one. It's 8 o'clock now. I have plenty of time before I go in for the night, so I am going to move on to the next one. I appreciate you guys for watching, making it this far, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.